Hi friends, welcome back. I'm Tina from It's a Wonderful Plan. Today I'm going to be working on updating my workshop planner. Now this workshop is offered by Jane's Agenda. It is a free workshop and you can view the workshop courses through Jane's Agenda's YouTube channel. So we'll go ahead and link her channel down below if you're interested in checking out the workshop. The workshop itself is free. However, she also offers a workbook to coordinate with the workshop, and that is what this planner is dedicated for. So I have like all of my workbook in here, and I had it set up in a particular way when the course was actually live, because the course was live for 1 year. Now, of course, you could go back and watch the replays of the workshop, which is what I intend to do, because as much information that I got from the workshop while it was live, I didn't really get everything, and I really didn't get a chance to really dive into the workbook as much as I would like to. So I want to revamp this, set it up, and I'm going to be using some items that I received in Jane's Agenda's August Deluxe Subscription Box. And there's some really beautiful dashboards in here and some tabbed dashboards dividers that I think are going to be perfect for this setup. All right, so what I have stacked on top here are the items that I'm going to be adding into this planner. So let me go ahead and share with you what I have in the planner itself. It's actually already deconstructed. I am going to be keeping like the covers, and then I'll be switching out a lot of the inserts and dividers that I have in here. So let me go ahead and open it up and share with you how it looks. All right, so here's the inside, and I absolutely love it. Like, I love this aesthetic, and I don't want to change it around. I do have a video of how I set this up originally, and I will go ahead and link that down below. So if you want to go ahead and see that, then you could see how this one was originally set up. But I am going to be keeping like everything that I have here, my cover. The discs that I have on here are 2-inch discs, and these are rose copper. So I think when I originally set this up, I had the chocolate discs on here, but I did switch those out. And when I switched them out, I knew I wanted to keep like this cover and everything that I have here, which I will deconstruct it just a little bit for you so that you could see how I have everything layered. The beauty of Jane's Agenda's items is that we get these clear covers and dashboards and these beautiful illustrated cardstock dashboards and journaling cards and all of the pretty things to really create like a beautiful layering items. So that is my biggest draw to her shop. I just really love all of the things are so pretty. So the cover that I have on here, this actually is from a different subscription, but I thought it went perfectly because it has like the writing on here. And then I have the page finder on here because I love that. It's so pretty with the florals on top of the books. And then this beautiful library dashboard here. On the flip side is this beautiful dashboard with these blush pink roses. So whenever I set up covers, I don't like to have to like flip through all of the layers. So I always use like a magnetic clip on the cover. I don't like to use metal because I don't want to scratch up my covers. So I do have on this side some other things that are layered in here. This is actually a sticky note, but I just love that rose, so I wanted to have that in here. This is a vegan leather bookmark, and I thought it was so pretty here with some other journaling cards. And then this cute little library clip. Now this is metal. I generally don't put anything metal on this side because I don't want it to scratch up the cover. But when I set this up, I put this journaling card here, and it actually, when it closes, it meets on here perfectly. So it's not going to scratch up my cover. I was very deliberate when I went ahead and placed this here to make sure that I protected the cover. So just wanted to give you like a little bit of an overview of how this is set up, and I love it. I absolutely love it. So I don't want to switch anything. What I'm going to be switching is what's on the inside here. So I have this, I'm going to actually take this off, but I do have this here. I like to adhere my clips with washi tape because actually it really does keep them nice and secure, keeps them from sliding off. So that's one of my favorite tips for you when you are doing like layers and things like this. So I am going to keep this clear divider here. I want to have a similar situation with this. Really like when I open up my planner for it to have just like this nice like story that it tells. I absolutely love the font of this vellum piece right here. I'm going to take it out because it's actually going to be moving. Introverted, but willing to discuss books. Love the fonts. It really doesn't speak to me though, because I'm really not an introvert. And as much as I like to read, I don't read as much. So this quote really does not like represent who I am. But I had to put it in there because the font is absolutely gorgeous. So that's the reason why I had it in here. So I am going to be taking it out though, because I have another vellum here with another quote that actually speaks more to me. So I'm also going to be removing this right here, this beautiful book dashboard. I've really enjoyed it, but I'm going to be taking out like my book log. So like I said, I try to read. I definitely have gotten better with it. I am doing more like audiobooks now, but it doesn't warrant me having like this section. Like I'm not reading enough to have this section in here. I think that this would serve a better purpose somewhere else, and also just like allowing me to have a little bit more room on these discs. Now these are 2-inch discs. They are currently available, so if you do like them, you can get them right now. They only come in the 2-inch size. The other size that these come in are not available, and I don't know if she will be restocking the I think they were 1¼ inch sizes. So but this is so pretty, and it goes really well with this like dashboard and this aesthetic. I just really like that color combination together. All right, so what am I going to be replacing? We received this beautiful vellum, and this is in Latin, which I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce, but this says, I shall either find a way or make one. This definitely like speaks to me. That's me. That's me, like to honestly a T. So here is this beautiful dashboard. I love this architecture here. It's actually the same on the other side. And I think that this just looks so pretty over that. So that is what is going to be going in here and replacing the one that I just took out. And I think that this makes a really pretty story as well when I open this up, because I have like the roses here, and then I have that beautiful quote with the architecture. I like the combination of florals and architecture. It's just something that I really, really enjoy. So I really like the way that that looks together. Now, as much as I love this back here, I'm already getting it on this side. So what I decided to do was I decided to use this back of this like double-sided dashboard. We received these in the August subscription box. Let me show you the set here. So here's the set, and it's like book-ended. So depending on how you wanted to use this to layer underneath the cover that came in the August subscription, you know, you could decide which one you like. This is a little bit dark for me to move into like my other planners that I have, but I wanted to move the pieces from the August subscription into this planner. So that's what I'm doing here. So I am going to use the back, and I'm going to use this side because I love that. So let me show you how I'm going to put this together, because I really like the way that that looks on the back here. Let me put my things back in order a little bit. Okay, so now when I open this up, I want this to flip, and I want that to be the back of the flip. So I'm going to grab my clip that I had in here. I'm going to put this back on, and it is going to be a little bit thick, but it's going to be secured because I'm going to grab the little washi. The nice thing about like using these little washi, even though like it's a pretty washi, and washi is valuable to us, especially if it's one of our favorites. I just think that this goes so well, like the little scripting, and I just reuse the pieces until the tackiness is really like not there anymore. I've done that, and I've not had any issues with it, like, coming loose. So see, now it's just one flip. So that's one of my favorite things to do. I love all of my layers, but I need it to be functional. I don't want to flip through all of those layers. And especially since I want this to be specifically the back of this divider here. All right, now let's see, how do I want to do this? Because I'm going to be moving a lot of things around. So I think the best way is I'm going to grab this stack here. And first, let me show you how I have this, because this is what is going to change. So currently I have these awesome, these beautiful, I love this aesthetic. I mean, I really, really love these dashboards. These are frosted monthly tabbed dashboards here. And the way that these are designed is you could see the whole year. Now I'm using a junior size in here. So, depending on what planner you have, but this is the design of this where you could see the whole year. That is so satisfying to me, and I've really enjoyed it, and it worked perfectly for me for this workshop. But since the workshop has ended, I want to set it up a little bit differently with some other tabbed dividers that we just received in the August subscription. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take this, like disassemble all of this, because the way that I have this set up is with the tab dashboards. And then I also have these cardstocks, the black cardstock monthlies. I thought that that was just such a really pretty combination. It was very simple. It was just like perfect for this. But as things change, so do my planner setups. Okay, let's go ahead, look at what I'm actually going to be replacing those with. And I'm going to bring them in here. These are stunning. And I knew from the moment that I saw them that I wanted them to be in here because they look so beautiful. So these are frosted, tabbed, numbered dashboards. And look at the different colorway here. It's so pretty. So it's got a matte finish on this side, and then it has this nice clear finish on the other side. There's 3 colors in this, and there's a total of 12 of them. And like I said, they're numbered. So it's actually going to work out perfectly. And I'm going to show you why in just a few moments. So here's the next color, and then the third color. So there's the 3 colors in here, and then they repeat, and they are numbered in this beautiful gold foil. Here, let me show you here. That is so pretty. So I'm going to pop these in, and these are definitely a lot more flexible than like a clear cover. The clear covers are beautiful, but they are definitely thicker. So let's see how this works in here. This is the first time I'm actually putting them into the discs or onto the discs. So they go on very nicely. You know, with anything, the more that you take things in and out, then the more wear and tear that they will have. So my suggestion is always to really like get everything organized off of the discs before deciding and then loading everything onto the discs. That way you are not like taking things on and off and going back and forth, because the wear and tear on your items, they're only going to last so long. So that's my biggest suggestion for you when you are dealing with discs and things like these plastic dividers and covers. But that is so pretty. I am going to love the way that this looks. All right, so let's take a quick peek, and you could see why I chose to put this with this colorway. I think it looks so beautiful in here. I'm going to go ahead and load everything else up. I'm going to speed things up. But the one thing that I did want to mention is that each of these dividers did have a protective film on the back, which I've already taken off every one of these. So that was definitely a little time consuming. So I did prep by going and taking off all of that film, so that way it was ready to like move in here. All right, so I'm down to the very last 2 that I need to load, but I did want to give you another couple of tips about putting these on the discs. I would do one at a time, and I'm right-handed. So I like to hold my items in my left hand and then use my right hand using these 2 fingers here to go ahead and pop the items on to the disc. I don't want to like be too quick with it or too forceful or like double these up, because that's when things can happen. So taking your time with this and putting these on will, it'll just keep the items in better condition for a much longer time. All right, so there they are. They are all on here. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to load this up now. This is a frosted color. Now I can add dashboards behind here, and I think that that would be really pretty. So there's that one. And then this would be like the first that I would open up for the first month. I have that option, or this one actually might be prettier because it's kind of like a nice balance, the florals and the architecture. So I think I'm going to put this one in here. I like that. So this I did get from the August Deluxe Subscription Box, and I do have an unboxing of that, so if you'd like to see that. The other thing too is that because these are frosted, they will like change the way that things look. Let's make sure that I like that, because I feel like I had it a different way and now I'm changing my mind. But I think I'm okay with that. I think that that's really pretty because this has got more of a rose hue to it. That one's got more of like a smoky, and then this last one is more of like a taupey color. Okay, so I'm going to put these in here. I'm only going to put in 3 dashboards in here. I don't really need to have a dashboard behind every number. The workshop actually started, I think it was in April is when it started. So I need to come over here and grab my April. Yes. So this is where it started. Master Plan 365, number 1. Okay, so I want to grab all of the, I have the workbook and I have all of my notes, and I want to make sure that I put it under the right, into the right one. So that's going to go over here. Now these workshop inserts, you have some options on how you could purchase them. You could purchase them as printables, or you could purchase like the whole 12 months and get them printed and shipped to you. So it's really up to you how you want to purchase the items, if you want to get the workbook to coordinate with the workshop. The workshop, as I said, it's free on YouTube on her channel, but you know, it works really well with the workbook because there's like different books in here that are recommended for you to read under this particular like subject matter. There's different homework in here. There's a lot of things that are printed out that are really, really useful, as opposed to you like having to take a lot of notes for the workshop itself. But you know, obviously you could do this however you choose. But I really like that I have the workbook here. And when I first started with this class, the workbooks were only available like as she did each month. So each month was a different subject. And that's why it's called Master Plan 365, because it was for a full year. So this is the first book, which now is perfect because it's under number 1. I generally don't like to use numbers for my monthly like tab dividers. So this is perfect for my workshop planner. I am so excited, and it just like coordinates so beautifully. I'm trying to find this page here. But yeah, that works out really, really nice. I did do the printables. I did not purchase them and have them shipped to me because I, wanted to have them right away. So I'm going to go ahead and load this up and fast forward through things, and we could talk a little bit more. Have it all set up. Let's go ahead and do a flip through, and I could show you how this all came together. So I already did the talk through of course, the side pocket, and then the cover and how I have all that layered. And then of course we did this together. All right, so now here we are with the number 1. And what I did here, of course, was add in these beautiful dashboards. And then here are like the master plan inserts. Now, I want to talk a little bit about how everything all came together, because I do not have the full 12 months in here, simply because I just haven't printed them all up. I have purchased them all. So some of my workbooks are printed and some of them are not, but I do have all of them. There's a lot of information in these workbooks. There's like overviews of here, what you're going to work on. I do have extra notes pages in here for myself. So you could see that I did take like a lot of notes in here. And, I just maybe didn't get to like all of the reading and that type of thing. So this is a great course. There is a lot of information in this course. So I want to go back and take it again because redoing this more like at my pace is actually going to be a little bit more beneficial for me. Not only that, but every month has like different topics. So not every month is something that I really need to go back and refocus on, but some of the things I do. Mastering time management is the second month. And then here's the third one. And this one was titled, whoops, I skipped it here, Goal Setting and Achievements. And then now we're going to go into the fourth month. So these first 3 months, I put in those beautiful dashboards to layer underneath the tabs. And I think that that looks pretty. But I also think that this looks really nice just the way that it is with the master plan, the cover sheet for the month. You could see it through here because it is, a transparent. It's shaded, but I just really love the way that that looks. I think it's very pretty. So I'm perfectly fine with it being like this, but I added those dashboards in there because honestly, I didn't really have anywhere else to put these at this time. I'm kind of like in the middle of transitioning over from like my whole like summer theme into fall. And once I get the subscription box from September, then that's really going to kind of like shift me more into fall. I'm not really ready in August to bring in the darker colors. I like the darker colors. I actually prefer darker colors, but I'm just really not ready for it yet. So I'm keeping things very like light and free and colorful for now in my other planners that I have. So this is how this looks here. And here's 5. And then I don't think, yeah, I did not print up 6 yet, or 7. Just being completely real with you here. Here's 8. Doesn't that look pretty with the rose? That's just so pretty to me. Okay, and then I don't think I printed up the remainder. I did purchase them, and I have notes depending on the month and depending how busy I was. I did attend the lives and I watched those, and that was really, really helpful. But this is kind of where I started just viewing things on the screen and then just taking a lot of notes to like coordinate with it. So I really did enjoy this class. I enjoy all of the information that Jane offers, not only these beautiful planner items and inserts and dashboards and all of these gorgeous things, but all of the information. It's just like a wealth of information. And I like taking the courses. They really do help me out a lot. So I have to just like print out my worksheets and then put my notes in order. If you're curious about like the paper that I have in here currently is 32-pound paper that I got. I will link that down below. I did get it from Amazon. I just recently bought the hammer mill paper, which is actually what Jane uses in her shop. So for the remaining of the workbooks that I need to print up, I'm going to be using that paper to do that. The other thing is that what punch did I use, right? Because I had to punch everything. I used actually 2 different punches. I have a punch that I purchased a long time ago, and it does punch a lot of papers. It is an arc punch, but I've also used a Happy Planner punch. Now, either of those punches, honestly, they don't line up the best with Jane's punch because the punches have like different types of punches to them. Let me go ahead and show you. So this is like the mushroom punch, and some of them are like wider in through here. Some of them are just shorter this way. So different brands have different style punches. The one that matches the best with Jane's items is the lavender punch. So if you are like just starting this journey with the workshops and you want to do the printables, if you don't have a punch currently, investing in a lavender punch might be the best way for you to go, especially if you want to like do something like this with the workbook and anything else that she might offer as a printable option. That might be the best way for you to go. So I'm not as picky with like how things are punched as long as they're able to flip comfortably. So like I said, I did use a combination of the Happy Planner punch and an arc punch just because that's what I have. And I was fine with it. So, you do what you're going to be most comfortable with. I just want to show you. I mean, they do flip. Maybe they're not as smooth as they could be, but this also isn't a planner that I use every single day. I only use it when I'm in here working on the class. I love these tabbed dashboards. They are so beautiful. She is going to be coming out with these. I'm not sure if they're going to be numbered and available in the shop, but I do know that she's going to be coming out with them available where they're blank. So that is going to be awesome. So if you really like the colorway of this, and let me show you how it looks without a dashboard on it so you could really see how pretty it looks just like layered like that over the paper. So very, very pretty colorway. Love it. All right. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this video of me putting this together. Maybe, got an idea for yourself. If you are not familiar with the Master Plan 365 class, go check it out. It might be something you might really like. You can maybe watch the videos and then invest maybe in the workbook. And then that way you'll have the whole, set up a whole planner for yourself. If you're looking for a class to kind of like help you with your planning and just really like life. It's not necessarily about like what planner you're using. It's about how you are organizing your life and your time and your goals and, just making things a lot easier for yourself, creating a system that is going to really bring you peace and like less stress from week to week because life can get a little crazy, right? And if you have a nice, like organized system, it just makes it go a little bit smoother. Is it perfect? No. Do I stick to it every single week? No, I would be lying to you if I said that I did, but I do set up the systems and just like watching the workshops, it actually helps me to kind of refocus myself and do the best that I can. I hope that you found this video useful. If you did, please be sure to give me a thumbs up on here. If you do decide to purchase anything from Jane's Agenda, I am an affiliate, so greatly appreciate if you use my affiliate link. There is a discount code down below for you, so you can use that discount code whether you are a first time or returning customer. I'm not sure if the code works for returning customers. I have heard that it does, so give it a shot. The worst thing is that it'll say, nope, sorry, you've already used this code. And thank you so much to those of you that have already used my affiliate link. I know many of you have. I'm truly grateful to you for that. And thank you so much for thinking about using it on your next purchase. Now, Jane will be coming out with new products this month. I'm so excited to see what she brings us because I know it's going to be amazing. And currently, her subscription box is open for September. And I don't know if there's any availability. I don't know, but it's going to be open. You can go check it out and maybe you want to sign up. It is her anniversary event. It's going to be amazing. Appreciate if you use my link to go and check it out. There is no discount that you can use for a subscription, but I greatly appreciate if you use my link. It just shows Jane that you are finding information about her shop through me and watching my videos. And I do earn a small commission from it, but it is at no additional cost to you. And it doesn't change your shopping experience at all. You're just clicking that link instead of, her direct shop link. That's really the difference of using an affiliate link if you're not familiar with that. Drop me a comment down below. Let me know. Does something like this sound like something you have already like set up, or are you thinking about checking it out? Give me your thoughts. I'd love to hear all about it. If you want to continue to see videos like this, please make sure that you are subscribed and hit the notification bell. That way you will be notified when my videos post. And if you watch this video all the way through till the end, leave me a book emoji. All right, thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.